The burning of used oil is a very specialized business, and the clean burn units were designed from the ground up to burn nothing but used oil.
They have more research and development into this burner and their technology than any other waste oil company on the market.
The components inside the clean burn are extremely heavy duty. The heater block has a 6 or 7 pass heat exchanger in it, which means it heats your oil 6 or 7 times before it comes out and gets ejected out of the nozzle under air pressure and then vaporized and then ignited. Whereas most of the competitors out there only have a 1 or 2 or maybe a 3 pass heat coils in there. They're very inconsistent.
When we're preheating the oil, we do that in a multi-pass system, so that allows us to burn various oils compared to our competition, which maybe cannot burn 90 weight, or cannot burn vegetable oil, or cannot burn synthetic blended oils. The ignition we use is a 14,000 volt for those reasons, so that we can do that.
These two furnaces are not sensitive to the type of oil that I use in them. Some furnaces, I understand, you've got to keep just a certain viscosity. If you put engine oil and gear lube together, you run into some significant burning issues. We have not experienced that at all. We're somewhat careful and disciplined that we don't just dump anything in there. Raw fuel, gasoline, those kinds of things. But if we strictly use an oil-based substance coming out of an automobile, rear end, front end, engine, transmission, we are in it works out very well for us. Never had a compatibility issue at all.
Our system allows the burner just to receive an exact amount of fuel so that the flame position or the distinction of the flame does not vary at all. Some companies don't have that feature.
The clean burn heat chamber weighs from 50 to 100 pounds and over 100 pounds more just on the heat chamber itself. We have torn apart all the competitors' heaters down to the heat chamber. That's all that there is, and we put them on a scale, and that's on our website. You can actually see the weights of some of these things. What does that heat chamber weigh? That's vital. If your heat chamber only weighs 80 or 90 pounds, and the clean burn heat chamber weighs 200 pounds, that's why the longevity is there.
10 gauge steel in the combustion chamber, 12 in the heat exchanger, easy pass design, efficiency ratings probably in the 85 to 88% range. It'll vary somewhat depending on the consistency of oil that you're burning, but it's higher than any other one.
When I got in this business in 1988, that was really the industry had grown from the vaporizing technology where you had to clean it every day, and the technology was getting better. People were pretty happy that their furnace would work for a week without having to work on it. And clean burn really was the leader at that point with equipment that was pretty good compared to everything out there. But since then, even since 1990, I've seen 3 or 4 generations of burners technology, cabinet technology change, equipment that automatically resets itself so it doesn't, it cuts out nuisance shutdowns. The cleaning interval has risen from, 400 or 500 hours to upwards of 1,000 hours on the newer equipment. The cleaning time to clean a furnace went from 3 or 4 hours down to less than an hour now. So the innovations in the technology are constantly improving.
The whole serviceability of the whole furnace is just far superior than what clean burn used to be 20 years ago. I feel that the newer furnaces are 4 times better than the old ones, but the old ones still last a long time.
One of the main things behind clean burn is its nationwide network of service technicians that are factory technicians. They're full-time. There's one or 2 or 3 or more in every area that we sell, and all the rest of the companies out there that sell waste oil furnaces, 99% of the cases, waste oil furnace sales are a sideline for that business. Their main business is usually something else, and any technicians that they do have that work on waste oil furnaces are either not factory trained or they are factory trained but they're just part-time. That is not their full-time job. And with clean burn, it's a vast difference to have a full-time nationwide network of full-time service technicians to back up the service.
We're just about a year old with these two furnaces, so our experience with them and the past furnaces that we were using, we haven't been able to weigh in totally, but the remarkable difference right away is that they're so much more serviceable. They're easier to enter, so you can get in and clean the ash out, which you have to do periodically. It's not a bad maintenance schedule, every 3 months or so, depending on the hours use. But the efficiency of the furnace and the noise level dropping the way it has, and the more heat that comes out is remarkable. We really feel that we're going to get not only the longevity that we had of the 20 years plus with the old furnaces, but a much more satisfactory overall experience over the next 20 years, which we're just embarking on now. So.